Hi, my name is Cheryl Brunette, and thank you for stopping by my knitting channel, where you can find tips and techniques, full workshops, and answers to your most perplexing sweater questions. Today I'm going to show you how to cut your knitting horizontally and graft it back together. Now, why would you want to do this? Mostly it's done for sweater rescue and sweater repair. For example, I once had a student who had knit a beautiful Aran sweater for her husband, but the rib was too tight for him and he wouldn't wear it. So we cut it off just above the rib. She ripped it down, widened it, knit it back up, and we grafted it back onto the sweater. He loved it. It was perfect. You can cut off a jacket, let's say, and make it shorter or longer if it doesn't suit you. And you can even fix errors that are down below without having to rip everything out. I'm going to show you how to do it in stockinette stitch, but it can be done in other stitches, though it's more challenging. You will need 2 longish circular needles, at least 2 sizes smaller than those you use to knit the piece, scissors, and a blunt tapestry needle. Choose the row you want to cut in your knitting, let's say this one, and go to the row below and insert your needle into the end stitch of that row from the back through the center. Let me pick this up. So you go down, there we go, down between 2 stitches, up in the center of the next stitch, down between 2 stitches, up in the center of the next stitch, always coming from behind into the center of the stitch. And you do this all the way across the row. When you finish that row, pull on the cable needle until the cable, the center cable, is in there. Now, take this piece and turn it upside down. Find what appears to be the row above the one you're going to cut. Let me get this here. This is the row you're going to cut, or what appears to be that. Here's the row you have captured, and this is the row below this one. Again, come up in what appears to be the center of the stitch. I say appears to be because this is stockinette, and these are actually staggered by a half stitch, but that won't matter. Down between 2 stitches, up in the center of the next stitch, between 2 stitches, up in the center of the next stitch, all the way across. Again, when you're done with that row, pull on the cable and turn your piece around. And what you have is 2 rows that are nicely captured. They aren't going to run anywhere when you cut. And then this row right in between where you're going to cut. This is where you take a deep breath and get out your scissors. And I like to cut right in the center. You can use any number of tools to unravel this, but I personally prefer one of these little blunt needles, a little chibi. It's got the bent end on it. And you work from the middle so that you don't have to drag this yarn all the way. If you don't need to save this yarn, you can just cut it off at multiple places so that you don't have to pull it through as much. Sometimes when you get to the end, it's a little bit tricky, but you just go ahead and work it. Make sure that these loops are caught, both of the end loops are caught on both of these pieces. Let's see, yeah, nothing's going to run away. That's all we care about. Just keep teasing it out and you will get it. Voila. Okay, so here you have 2 pieces, and this is the point at which this one you sort of hold back. This is the top piece. But this is where you will either rip it back and change something or redo it, or you can add more to it here to add length or whatever, or fix whatever your mistake is. And when it's all done, when you're done with these two pieces and want to put them back together, you put them together, wrong sides together. Get your tapestry needle ready. Thread up your tapestry needle and weave them back together with Kitchener or grafting, the same way you would do the toe of a sock. This is a pretty typical technique that you can find in a lot of different places. I am going to show you one that's very different coming up soon, but when you're done, it looks like this. There you have it, a perfectly joined, invisibly joined piece of knitting that has been repaired and lengthened. We will soon revisit this cutting and grafting of your knitting, and I will show you a not very typical technique on how to put things back together and some applications that will not only save your bacon in your knitting, but also will give you a very elegant finish. But before we do that, we need to cover a particular concept, which we will do in the next episode. There will be a pop quiz. There is only one question. There's no way for you to prepare for it, but if you have already knit some things, you probably have all the information you need in order to answer that question correctly. So that's it for today. I hope that you will be very happy indeed someday that you've learned this technique. And until I see you, enjoy your knitting. Da 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 da. Ooh, do 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 do. You are. Never mind. That way. Nope. No. Flying squirrel. Flying squirrel. 1980s. But it's really pretty. That K. Fassett knew what he was doing when he was doing his designs. Sound check. Let's see what else we have. Whew. Sound check. Hello. Hello. My name is Cheryl Brunette, and thank you for visiting my knitting channel, where you can find tips and techniques and yarn balls and take 5.